Wow, I haven't made a podcast in over a month. What's really going on? Literally out of balance. And so today I want to talk about how I learned to get myself back in balance. And so it's always to be self aware of everything you do each day because we can just get into a habit of just going through these day to day routines and not knowing like what we're doing. And so this past month, I realized like, wow, I haven't made a podcast in over a month. And so I was just telling myself that, wow, Cassius, you need to focus on getting yourself back in balance. And so when you think about life, you know, how do you feel about being balanced in every area of your life? You got your mental health, you got your physical health, you got your finances, you got your relationships, you got your personal growth, self development, your career, spirituality. It's just so much that you don't realize that you have to take into account. And so I always think about, sharing my experiences because these are just things that I believe, and maybe somebody else might be out there listening that believe in the same thing too. And so I always focus on the good, but always focus on being a better person than I was yesterday. And so when I think about these things, I always tell myself, okay, calm down, relax. It's not that big of a deal. Life is meant to be good. Life is great for you. You're healthy, you're wealthy, you have meaningful relationships, and everything is continually getting better in your life. Even in the midst of all the chaos, you're still being grounded. And so it's okay to take a break. I want to be able to make podcasts that are genuinely connected to others. I don't want to have to feel like I can force whatever topic out my brain that I feel like somebody wants to hear because this is what I believe. This is what I want to do in my life. So life is meant to really just be good, and we're supposed to wake up and just enjoy life. But some of us just don't even realize that we are just simply just out of balance. And I realized for myself that for the past month I only been out of balance because I haven't been prioritizing my sleep. And so I realized that I've been taking a nap every day or making myself take a nap because I felt like I didn't get enough sleep the night before. And so before I go to work, sometimes before I go to train someone, I'll take me like a 20-minute meditation nap, you would say, and it'll just it'll help reset my brain. And so I'll always regain back my brain power so my mind can realign my focus and I'm not so easily agitated or I'm not so easily irritated by what others may be doing because I know that I cannot control other people. Everyone has their own issues they're dealing with. And so I just can only focus on how I can respond, focus on what's in my control. And so I realize, that my mind needs a break most of the time and stuff. So when I think about it, how most individuals live their lives, they don't really focus on having fun and enjoy themselves. They focus on just problems. And yeah, that's okay and all, but you really want to focus on, yes, am I having fun? Am I really enjoying myself? We need to draw the line and set boundaries when it comes to feeling like we need to have a drink or smoke in order to have fun. I'm not saying it's okay to not, yes, it's okay to drink and smoke, but it shouldn't be something that we do every day. We have to understand our limits, understand that what we're consuming, how it affects us. And so it shouldn't be relied upon to drink and smoke to have fun, to go out with friends. Go out and be sober sometimes. I don't understand why it may be hard for some people to be sober, but you have to let go of that, what you may think is social anxiety. Because a lot of people have it and they don't even realize it. A lot of people walk around here and not to look down on other people, but what they don't realize is they're walking around with this forward head posture with their head down, their shoulders slumped over because they don't feel good about themselves. And so, you miss out on opportunities when you're looking down on the ground, looking distracted on your phone. And I'm nosy. I'm very nosy. And so, whenever I see someone doing that that's close by me, I always look at their phone and see what they're doing. And they're just shuffling through apps. They're just looking at text, whatever. They're not even responding back to anything, or they're just looking at videos. And so you see people walking on the streets and, these major cities like downtown and stuff, and you see them walking on their phone. They're not even doing anything, and it's harmful to their health. Think about people who go to the gym just to be on their phones and wonder why their body is not getting where they need to be. It's because they're on their phone the whole time while they're working out. I always question when people tell me, I be in the gym for 3 hours. And I'm like, wow, you really be in the gym for 3 hours? Okay, nice. I'm not judging, but from the looks of it, you should be in the best shape of your life then if you're in the gym for 3 hours. You should be researching how to be a better gym goer, proper gym etiquette, what to consume, what not to consume while you're working out for those 3 hours. It shouldn't be, 3 hours of being on your phone. And like I said, not to knock anyone, but that's just what I believe. And, back to the whole smoking in order to have fun, it shouldn't be something that we do on this continuous thing because we don't realize, it's inflammation. It inflames your body. When you drink, your stomach expands, and it burns the liner of your intestines. And so when you do those things, it just makes you bloated, and then you just get bigger and bigger and bigger. And nothing wrong with that, but you just have to become more self-aware to like, wow, I need to take 2 weeks off. I need to take a month off from drinking. That's why we always see these stories about people that are, you know, 1,000 days sober or 100 days sober because they understood that, hey, the assignment is stop drinking so much, but I'm going to push myself even more to not drink at all and find other avenues of just having fun. It's the same with smoking. Don't smoke weed until you have your life together. Because if you smoke weed before you have your life together, you'll never want to get your life together. It goes to say that you shouldn't smoke before your brain is fully developed. Think about it this way. If you're smoking at the age of, in your teens, in your early 20s, and your brain doesn't stop developing until 25, then you already made it a habit to go to smoking when you feel like things aren't going your way or when you want to avoid heavy emotions. It's hard to come out of that. I learned recently that yes, it's okay to smoke, but don't always smoke when you want to avoid dealing with your emotions alone. And I spend a lot of time alone. I really do. And I don't mind it. I love being alone because it really helps me figure things out. But at the same time, I realize that, okay, we shouldn't be smoking because we want to avoid these heavy emotions. And, we just have to let them pass. That's how you begin to heal. This is for everybody who keeps asking me why I waited until I was this age to start smoking because it's the intelligent thing to do. Smoking before your brain was developed is harmful to your future self. I always tell myself to learn to earn your reward. Learn to earn your reward. Is that right? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, sounds right. Sorry. Learn to earn your reward because if you just do it out of, what's that word I'm looking for? I can't think of. If you just do it for just because it's there, you'd never be motivated to do anything. And so, don't let overthinking ruin your happiness. Yes, it's good to think things through and think of solutions, but you shouldn't get to a point where overthinking stresses you out. You want to be to a place where it's something you can just revert back to with just deep breathing and just saying, okay, I can get through this. Give yourself a positive affirmation to keep you going, keep you afloat because If you don't, you will never really see yourself progressing in life. One thing that I've learned is just to be the main character in my own story. This is who I want to be. This is what I want to do. This is where I want to go in my life. And to not let anything stress me out. Anything that stresses me out must exit my life. It's difficult to live a good life if you only soaking up so much negativity and don't leave room for anything positive. You'll feel all the chaos that everybody else is going through. And so, I think about every morning when I wake up, I always say, today's going to be a great day. Something good's going to happen to me. And I'll listen to some affirmations. The part where I went wrong was turning on the affirmations and getting on my phone. And I was like, okay, I just need to sit with the fact of listening to these because this is where I want to go. This is what I want to feel. This is how I want my day to go. And so I need to hone in on these feelings and these affirmations to help me feel good so I could be the light for other people, or I could allow others to borrow my calmness, to borrow my joy. Because a lot of times when people want to make you upset, it's because they want your joy, they want your happiness. And so you can't really react to everything everyone says. If you're always reacting, you're always going to get tested in the area because not everything deserves a reaction. And your emotions, if you never sit with them, you let the emotions just learn to pass. You create like these trauma responses, which in turns only hurts you because you're avoiding the hard parts of yourself. And numbing out the pain doesn't do anything for you. It doesn't help your well-being. I just learned to just cry it out, go for a walk, sit in silence, cook something healthy. Living in the desert has really allowed me to make it a habit to cook more. I stopped, well, let me say this. Um, a couple months ago, I was eating a lot of fast food and it was breaking my face out really bad, but I stopped. And so I'm learning to not eat fast food so often and reward myself. And if I do eat fast food, these are my go-tos. I'll go to Chipotle. I'll make sure I get vegetables on it. I'll go to this place called Pita Fusion because it's beefy and they got a lot of vegetables. I'll go to Jersey Mike's because I like their sandwiches. I try to stay away from the breads because they do mess you up. But if I do get raw onions on it because raw onions is like anti-inflammatory, so it helps like dilute the bread and stuff. And what's another place I go to? Oh, this place called Teriyaki. I'm not sure what it's called, but it's something like teriyaki something. But anyways, it has like broccoli, brown rice, and beef, and it's so good. And I try to stay away from their sauce because their sauce is really sweet. But the broccoli and the brown rice gives me the high I need to get through my day. Like I need that kind of energy because when you eat like Chick-fil-A and McDonald's and like Popeyes and stuff, your mood is not cheerful. You're not happy. You're ready to go to sleep. And so I learned that if I'm eating bad foods, I don't think as clearly. I don't feel as good. My cognitive function in my brain isn't as well. My memory, focus, and concentration is not all there. And so I really want to focus on just feeling good, being happy. And so it starts with the food I eat. And so I have to learn how to be in balance with that. Yeah, I'll eat Chick-fil-A once in a while, but it's not something that I want to go to when I don't know what else to eat because I know I need to get through my day. But I'm not saying there's anything wrong with fast food. It's just not good to eat more than once a week. Yeah, those fast food options are there, but they're millionaires already. They're $1 million company. Why should I keep so enticed to them when I could just cook something healthy or just go somewhere else that is cooking something healthy that's better for my well-being? And so I need to take a break. I'll be back.